What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. Let's get into it. Bam. Guys, as always, let me know in the chat if you can hear me and see me okay. Thank you, camera, for the emphasis. All right. Let me know if you can hear me or see me clearly. That way I can continue on and fix whatever if we need. That's hilarious. Guys, today is going to be a really fun one. Pretty unique and special thing going on. New brand. Let me turn this music down. Lord have mercy. You guys hear it okay? A whole new brand. Makera. Or Makera, or Makera. It's the Makera. Here's the main unit down here. So brand new brand to the channel, and more importantly, a brand new type of thing to the channel. It's a CNC machine, a CNC router, whatever you want to call it. This one technically can be up to 4 axes. I don't know if I have that attachment in here or not. I actually have no idea. That's one of the unique things about this is usually when I do an unboxing of a thing, I at least know things about it. And if it's a printer, I know almost everything about it, even if I don't know which one I'm unboxing. But this is different. I know nothing about CNC machines and CNC routers at all. So pretty unique situation. I'm very excited. I've always wanted to make things out of metal, whether they're printed or not. And a lot of times I'll be doing some project and something just would be better in metal. So I'm hoping that after this, I can gain some experience and actually make some things that are useful. I'm going to tell you right now, as a 3D print person, one of my goals is to make a CNC machine benchy. Laugh about it all you want. I want a metal benchy. So that's what we're going to be doing. And one in the background, that's right. Yep, right here. I really want the R1. It's really hard to process plastic without the R1. But yeah, let's go. Let's see who was in here. We got Fly Spirit Airlines, right on time. Perfect. Lamreth, what's going on? Mark M, don't start the live stream. Hey, I hope you get that jam out of there. Blumendorf, what's happening? Giuseppe. How are you? I feel like the name changed a little bit, but I remember Giuseppe. Again, with the zooming camera. You're not even focused on me. You're focused on this guy. This guy. Nope. This guy. Everything's backwards. I can't tell. I can tell what's going on. Let's see. Another CG. What's happening? Asking about if it's cleared yet. Quinn. What's happening, man? How you doing? Fredder. That's good. That's a good one. Kakafu. One of the best names on YouTube. How you doing? We got VZ. What's up? Tim Talon, of course. Tulsa. What's happening? Fedder is in his Makera. That's right. Oh, man. Did you find your silver ABS? Yes. I actually went and picked up 2 of these in person because Inland is Micro Center. And it's pretty silvery. It's gray, but it has a little bit of shine to it. Should be okay. The issue is I started a full bed print. And, well, it failed. So the entire day today while I was at work, it was just spewing nonsense. So I'm going to restart that print again. So, yeah, I have a bunch to print, lots to print. I might have to go buy another spool, although I don't think they have actually had the third one. There was 3 in stock. I picked up 2 because I couldn't find a third one. Otherwise, I would have grabbed all 3. So if I run out, it kind of sucks, but whatever. We'll make it work. CNC is way different. There's no free anything. Yeah, you ain't in Kansas anymore. I'm hoping that, you know, one of the things that they claim, and one of the reasons why I agreed to this in the first place, is one of the things that they claim is that this is one of the easiest, right? This is a super beginner-friendly CNC machine. So I'm hoping that's true. And one of the things that, you know, the whole Z1, it did really well on Kickstarter, right? It crushed on Kickstarter. The whole thing is that it's really easy to get into. This should be your first desktop CNC, and it is. So yeah, I do have some friends in the industry. Hopefully, they might be able to help me out if I don't know. I had one buddy of mine tell me to just use Chat whenever Chat GPT or Claude whenever I get hung up. So I might do that. Either way, you guys know I like to get my hands dirty. I actually might have to read the manual now, which is kind of unfortunate, but we'll see. How did the filament come over? What do you mean? Hey, JC, what's happening? Hold on. I shouldn't have clicked on that. Hold on. Делать из мухи слона. To make a fly from an elephant? No, from a fly, an elephant. To make an elephant from a fly. Wow. Wise words from Bruise Bikes over here. Hey, 3D Medic, how you doing? Hope all's well. Luke, how are you, buddy? Good to see you in here. Renovic, what's up, what's up? Caleb, not going to sign up for the giveaway because my birthday's tomorrow and I need sleep. I mean, if your birthday's tomorrow, it's a pretty good idea to sign up for the giveaway, but I get what you mean. You probably won't be able to be here towards then. No worries, no worries. Micro Center is close for me too. Yeah, it's kind of out of the way, but it's not that far away. In the grand scheme of things, it's what, a little over 30 minutes, maybe 40. Not too bad. But if I need stuff right away, it is what it is. So for those that are new to the stream, we do have a giveaway at the end of the stream. Polymaker, you can see it right down there. Polymaker sponsors this live stream by giving away filament at the end. It is international, so you could be anywhere in the world. They can ship anywhere, from what I understand. So to get signed up, there is a pinned comment on Twitch, on Kick, and on YouTube. Actually, let me pin it on Twitch, so you actually can't open the window before the chat. All right, there you go. Now it's pinned to the top on Twitch. So if you go there, it's going to take you to a site that looks like, and I have audio playing on one of these tabs. There you go. It's going to look like this. So there's 9 people already in it. It says there's about 2 hours left, which is typically when I end the stream. And yeah, this is where you sign up. Just to answer the question truthfully. Sometimes I read them, sometimes I don't. So yeah, should be cool. We'll get started in just a second here. Hey Kenneth, how you doing? Oh, the filament I sent you in the S1 toolbox. The little white filament. I used it to print the Benchy. I'm going to volunteer at Bible camp next week. Another 7-day. Nice. Cool. Same highway the Micro Center's on. Nice. That's good for you. Haven't you streamed in a while? When did you switch from 3D Max filament to Polymaker? Oh, it's been ages. And however, 3D Max is coming back to the channel to do some giveaways. I have a box right there. Hold on. I have a box right there. This is a bunch of filament from 3D Max. I'm going to unbox when the channel hits 35,000. We're probably going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away some stuff that I have here. Nothing too crazy. I didn't really prepare like a big giveaway for 35, but for somewhere in the 50, I'll probably do a huge giveaway where I contact sponsors, all that stuff. But it'll just be a nice, humble, fun thing. But yeah, 3D Max is coming back as a sponsor. They're eager to do giveaways. I told them that Polymaker does these giveaways where we give away a spool at the end of the stream, and they were interested in doing that as well. So in the near future, I'll probably go back to doing Polymaker and 3D Max at the end of the stream. So 2 spools. So nice. Hope you use well. Well, you know, thanks. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think most of it's already gone. It was just enough to do a couple of purges to make sure everything was working hardware-wise, and then Benchy, and that's about it. Hey, Maker Viking, what's going on? 2.5 hours. See, that's too far. That's probably too far. Hey, Alpha. I have so many questions about these desktop CNCs and their capabilities, cut real material like aluminum steel. Me too. I'm actually going to be quite useless at answering questions for a while because, like I said, I know nothing. Going in completely blind. So, all right, guys. What I typically do on these streams, at least for printers, is we typically unbox them. Well, before we unbox them, we take a look at their marketing to see what they're telling us and what they're trying to sell, and then we go from there. Tinker Atlas, as always, guys, check out tinkeratlas.com. By the way, Maker Viking is the creator of this platform. Gets a bunch of makers. You can share your stuff on there. Check out where other makers are if you want to collaborate on things. It's really cool. Check it out, Tinker Atlas. First of all, what's up, man? It is Wednesday. Are you back yet, or are you coming back later today? I already know of its capabilities from us. Yeah, it's cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. Hopefully we figure it out, right? And that little back window opens, so if there's something long, you can put it through the thing. It's kind of cool. But B Cuddy, are you back yet, or you still traveling? All right, guys, so check this out. So this is the Makera Z1. They have some other ones as well. For example, the Air, I know, was really popular recently, and just the Makera. Oh, what's the main title? Actually, I can probably look on here, right? Carvera, that's the name. So they have the Carvera, which was the first one, somewhat larger, especially than the Z1. Then there was the lighter version that still has manual collets for you to put in. A manual collet, I guess you call it. I actually don't know the terminology, to be fair, to put in your different bits. And then we have the Z1 that's supposed to be the ultimate entry level. And you can kind of see by the prices, right? We have 5500, which is on the very premium side of 3D printing, right? But this is CNC. Then we have 2400, which is the current kind of, I don't want to say middle, but it's towards the high end of 3D printers at the moment. That's kind of like your H2D, H2C level of machine, right? And then you have the Z1, which is $1,000. Well, 1100 technically. So 1100 bucks. That's where most multicolor 3D printers are, especially the on the larger side. So they're priced really similar to 3D printers, which is cool. So it doesn't seem too far-fetched, right? Land a few hours ago, nice. Landed already in the stream, man. I appreciate that dedication, dude. Nice. I got some good news too. We got fully funded this month, so development is back on. Nice. 1 year old. Almost time to celebrate that birthday. Awesome, man. Congratulations. It's it's cool to see this kind of stuff come together and work out. That's awesome. All right, guys, so let's take a look at this, and we'll just get right into the unboxing. All right, so $1,100. There's only one review currently because I think these either haven't shipped yet to everybody, or just now the backers have them, or the backers are still getting them. Honestly, I don't know. Mine is obviously a review unit. I guess I have to say this too, right? There's no money exchange hands, none of that stuff, because I plan to review this. I don't want to take any money for reviews, only projects and certain things like that are unrelated to a review of a 3D printer. I know this isn't the 3D printer, but I'm taking the same ideology through to this as well. So let's see what we get. We get free access to Makera Studio, so that's nice. Anything in the photo? It does look beautiful, by the way. Just a good-looking machine. The fact that it doesn't have these sharp corners. It doesn't look very industrial. It very much looks like a desktop resin 3D printer, which is kind of cool. Here we have the spindle, very large in comparison to the overall size of the machine. You always like to hear that and see that, right? Because if this was proportionally small, you'd know that it'd be just a toy at that point. And this, from what I understand, is kind of teetering up to be a pretty serious machine. So here it's showing the 4-axis machine. I actually don't know, add-on. I don't know what these things are actually called. Is it still called a lathe? Because it spins, I'm not sure. But it would behave like a lathe where it would spin back and forth, and then the spindle can kind of come over here and carve out whatever you need. So it's pretty cool. You can see this giant metal construction here where everything is kind of built onto this little area, which is really nice. It's just gorgeous. Like, look at that. It looks inviting. Like, I wanna mess with it. So beautiful. All right, let's see what else they say. All right, here we go. So quick tool changer. Oh, okay. That's called tool changer too. So it is manual. There is a lever. You pull the lever, take the little collet out, put the new one in. You're good to go. It's not really a lathe because the rotation that causes the cutting is still the mill spindle. Right. Oh, okay. Right. So a lathe would be spinning, and you'd be, I guess, using a blade that's not moving. And so the spinning of the actual object carves away. Okay, I see, yeah. So it is just an axis. That's all it is. The thing is, they have going for all the software you need comes with it. You don't have to buy it. Unlike 3D printers, the software is not included for free. Right, right. Yeah, the fact that this comes with it and gives you access to their own seems like a good idea. I do plan a celebration stream on Twitch that day. Hopefully I can get my camera to play nice. Some surprises playing. Awesome. Good to hear. If I am around at all, I will definitely join. No, it should just be called 4th Axis. Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. Like I said, I'm going to sound uneducated in some of these things, and that's because I legitimately am. I'm not trying to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. I literally have never done anything CNC related. So... do you have aluminum? I can try. I don't. If there's nothing in there that I can't try, then I will get it as soon as possible and make some content on it. Maybe even a live stream trying. All right, so let's go through these little things because this looks like a little a bento box of features, right? So auto probing and leveling, there is a probe that kind of rests on the side of the thing. So once you put your stock down, you put the probe on, and then you can actually auto level on top of whatever the stock is so that it can better calibrate itself. Tulsa, careful. Arrow dust. What? Wrong buttons. A series of wrong buttons. Arrow dust collection system. Okay, so that's what they're calling the collection system. From what I understand, there's 2 places for the vacuum. There's one where it collects and one where it pushes towards the back to collect. So that's kind of unique. Industrial grade 0.02 millimeter precision. That's incredible. Built-in camera, very similar to 3D printing. One-piece cast frame. Yeah, so this piece in the middle here is the frame, and everything's kind of like built around it, which is really neat looking. There's a CNC model platform, which is interesting. I think it's called Makerables. Yeah, kind of like printables, but Makerables. Where you can get, hopefully they have slicer profiles. That would be kind of cool if you could just find something that you like, put the material in, and just let it rip without actually breaking it down because it's already done for you. Endless materials. Okay. One-click cam software. Hopefully the Mac versions of the software work. I'm not sure. AI-powered CNC workflow. Oh, looks like you can generate stuff. All right. You know, it is what it is. We're not getting away from any AI. Hey, Tech Jeeper, how you doing, man? Hope all is well. Tired of printing plastics and ending up with fragile parts? No. But I would definitely like to do some fun metal stuff. Being able to cut aluminum is a measure of things. Otherwise, you're just carving up plastic or wood, and there isn't any real advantage over a decent 3D printer for functional parts. Right. Yeah, and the fact that this can do titanium alloy is also really interesting. Obviously not straight alloy, but I mean not a straight titanium, but a titanium alloy. From what I understand, this thing has enough power to do. It just takes longer. So, as a 3D printer, I feel targeted. Yeah, I mean, I am definitely a 3D printer for sure. Like my mind works in 3D printing. So if I'm working on a project or a product, that's just how I'm wired at this point. So this is gonna be completely different. We'll see how it works. There's a lot of car stuff that I'd like to try to make as well. So we got aluminum, brass, wood. This is a good idea to show examples. Perfect. PCB, which is very interesting. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I do have some projects that could use a little PCB, but this is way outside my realm. Acrylic, which could be useful for certain projects. And of course, carbon fiber. I am an FPV pilot. I do have a ton of drone-related things, and it would be cool to cut some carbon fiber. I print some TPU, you know, the fun stuff. After years of innovation, we present our latest technologies. Okay. No more manual adjustments. Z-probes the workpiece to detect thickness of surface position, and then levels it in real time for accurate alignment before machining. Yeah, I mean, that's fantastic. Does it actually show, obviously, that... Does it actually show a laser pointer, or was that just for fun? I don't expect it to make a line like that, or a square like that with a laser. But is there a pointer? Clean workspace, maximum output. From what I understand, you can even do like a final spin of this thing after it's done. Helps push all the material out. Precision stability in every frame. Stay connected with seamless monitoring. Very useful. That's what the camera's for. Great. I'll have to download the app if it exists on Apple, on iPhone. Please research feeds and speeds. That is one of the most important and money-saving lessons. I'm still learning. Yeah, I mean, as soon as you go too fast or too deep, you are popping your tool. And I've seen it happen in some videos. So, yeah, I appreciate that. I'll drink to that. Better access for accessories for greater creativity. I don't think it'll be in there, but if it is, that's gonna open up a whole new thing that we can do, right? There's also laser, it looks like. Oh, I didn't realize that that's a thing. How powerful is this? Does it say? By judging by its size, it's not that crazy. And we do have the dust collector, which will definitely come in handy, especially where this thing's gonna live. Intelligent tool pass, ready in minutes. Yeah, this is the part that I'm kind of dreading. The first one-click consumer cam software. From start, we knew it was CNC's biggest barrier until now. That's true. In my opinion, this is true. AI-powered workflow. Of course, we have our experts. Aurora Tech did a review on it. $8.99. Oh, I guess that's what the Kickstarter price was. And 24/7 printing, of course. Buy lots of bits. Yeah, I've seen people buy quite a lot, and I never understood why, but I have a feeling I know why. All right. What's in the box? I guess we'll find this out. There's a big emergency button. Yes. All right. Oh, okay. There is some stock. There's a single aluminum plate, epoxy tooling board, bicolor stock silver and black, bicolor stock gold black, MDF board, double-sided tape, and a sand block. Cool. Okay. Bit collar installer. Interesting. Why would you need a bit collar? What's a bit collar for? Let's see what this review says. No, I don't want the full page. I'm still figuring out how to use it, but it seems like it has a wide range of potential applications. Okay, Anonymous, it's true. I'll be in the same boat there in a second. Get some Delrin. Yes, this is a really cool material. I've messed with it before, just to drill some stuff, and yeah, I would love to get some. And actually, if you could guide me where to buy some, since I know you have some good experience in this field, I'd appreciate it. Hey, Shrimp Father, how you doing? Kenneth, what's happening, guys? Big collar holds the bit in. Oh, okay. I guess I just don't understand how the little collet works yet. I guess we'll find out pretty shortly then. All right. All right, that is the marketing. So it seems like easy, one touch, AI, inexpensive, small workspace, covers a bunch of materials. Has some really nice things to live with, like vacuum, things like that. Get all the bits. Will do. I'm guessing the bits have to be for this machine, or are the bits... can I get the bits for other machines? Like, are they generic, or are they specific to Makera? CNC bits. Essential. Okay, so they have a ton. All right, so let's see. What would be like a normal... Okay, let's see how much the kit is, I guess. $300. You are getting a lot. Nice. All right, cool. We'll see. No bits are generic. Just size is critical. Oh, okay, cool. He might, but he's too old school. He's too old school. Hey, Bearded Printer, man. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that. Thanks for that 10, man. Bearded Printer is the GOAT. Absolutely worth investing in, and honestly, don't know why I haven't tried that yet. First lesson I learned. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, the Delrin. You're running 8th bits, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll definitely find all this out. All right, let's go back to the tippity top right here, and yeah, let's get this thing out of the box, see what it's all about. Right. Almost bagged the Z1, but thought better of it. Didn't know where I would put it. Yeah, mine's going in the garage once I learn how to use it. Obviously, it's not going to be able to stay down here. I mean, I guess some might say it can, because it does have dust collection and all that, but I don't think I want to keep it inside the house like that. So let me get you guys an above the view here. Above view for now. It's going to be on the floor, and I'll unbox it, and I'll put it on the table, and then we'll go from there. This is going to be another 5-minute build. I have no idea. I have no clue. I'm surprised we ain't making chips dust already. Come on, guys. It's gonna take a little while. It's gonna take a little while. You should already know just for my 3D print unboxings, right? All right, there is corner protection, which is nice, and they have it on the exterior, which is always welcome. It looks like over here they needed it. All right. Please keep this box. There's actually a QR code that you can scan for unboxing instructions, which is pretty cool. Open it like my FedEx guy does. Throw it down the stairs. Ah, man, I was supposed to get a FedEx delivery yesterday. Never got it. Because they came during the day when I'm at work, and to make them come after work, you have to pay $5. Petty, I know, but it's a thing. Then I had them keep it at the local FedEx location so I can pick it up after work. Go there after work. The driver never left it. Took it away. It's in another town again for the second time. Am I ever going to get this package? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Did you see my DM saying that I replaced the PTFE tube, the printhead system? I did. Yeah, thanks, man. I didn't even notice, to be honest. What was wrong with the PTFE tube that was on there? You could use that $5 for coffee or something. Outrageous. See? It's not even that. It's the fact that they know the times, right? It's obviously more convenient for them to do it during the day. So it's inconvenient to do it afterwards, kind of like Amazon does it, right? But the charge part is very interesting. Like, they know that everyone is gonna, especially if it requires a signature, they know that they're gonna always get that $5. I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way for whatever reason. FedEx nightmares. I've had my own, man. Another CG. I've had my own. 5-minute timer set. You're gonna have a bad time with that timer. All right, so looks like we have many boxes inside of this box. So that's exciting. We have a vacuum bed. Excuse me? Hold on. What is a vacuum bed? Does this mean... Let's see what's in here. I don't know what a vacuum bed is. Oh, wow. That looks amazing. So is this... Does this replace what I have in there now? And essentially it is sucking whatever down? Man, I'm going to sound like such an idiot, guys. Okay, it goes this way because back here there's a probe for leveling. I mean, it looks gorgeous. I just have no idea what this is. Looks like we have... I'm trying to pick this up. I can't. Is that just one board? It is. Nope, it's two. So there's two of these disposable... what are they called? There's a name for this too. Guys, I swear, I'm going to get better at the terminology. I just don't know. I feel like I just got into 3D printing and I know nothing. It holds the workpiece down without clamps. Will it really have that much strength? I'm assuming not for CNC. Maybe for the cutter or something, for the laser? It allows you to make molds. You have to hold the workpiece down. Could be Quinn. I wouldn't know because I don't have the Ace hooked up to it, so it's just printing with one thing, but no errors at all. Like I said, I did an update, firmware update, installed the latest wrinkles on top of that. You can use whatever slicer, sliced files. It's printing great. The one thing, like I said, I noticed is the lever for the hot end was up, so the whole hot end was loose. Wasteboard. That's it. Wasteboard. Heated material goes over an object normally, then the vacuum pulls it down to make a mold. Okay, but that's for, so that's kind of random for a CNC machine to have a molding thing. But all right, fantastic. Look how Daft Punk makes their visors. Nice. No, I know what I've seen them. I've seen people make molds out of what's it called? It's not. Hold on, I'll remember the word. Hold on, like RC bodies, because I used to cut and paint them myself all the time. The thing that RC bodies are made out of. Thingy majigger. That's right. Bearded. That's right. The atmosphere is very strong. Okay, hold on. I need more of this. Cheers. Lexan. See? That's why I like it when you're here, man. Lexan. That's right. I still have my little toolkit just for Lexan to cut around the wheel wells, to ream the holes. I have like a whole thing. Not for what you have. Wasteboard makes more sense. Basil, exactly. Basil is what powers this whole place. All right, what do we got here? Makera Carvera. Makera material kit, 50 pieces. All right, so this is all of the fun stuff that we'll be playing with. We have a gold. Realized this is not in the right spot. Makera Carvera brass sheet, 100 by 100. So we got two brass pieces. Some little wood blocks here, I believe. Epoxy tooling board. Okay, so you can put this underneath, right, as a wasteboard. Epoxy tooling block. I'm just gonna keep guessing. Yay for sample materials. Yeah, I gotta love it. Makes sense. I changed the nozzle multiple times, but I couldn't figure out for the life of me if it was up to close or down to close. Instructions not clear. Ah, yeah, it was definitely down to close. But yeah, if you didn't know that part, it would definitely be tricky. All right, so we got some clear polycarbonate, very thick, very nice. That's gonna be fun. That's cool. Two of those. We got some white Delrin. Is this all Delrin? Yeah. Okay, so we got some white Delrin. Here we go, John. We got 10 millimeter, 100 by 150, so two of those, and some 5 millimeter, 100 by 150. So that's fun. Fun little material. Kind of wish this stuff was black, right? But that's cool. What else we got? Clear polycarbonate. Just some 5 mil this time. So we got 10 mil and 5 mil. Here, let's put these together. So those hang out on one spot. 1.5 blank PCB board. Cool. And there's two of them. Yep. What we got here? Oh, okay, so we got two. So 4 in total. 1 millimeter double-sided. Oh, okay. This one is not double-sided. This one is double-sided. We have the same hobbies. I got to RCs before you and burned out. You got into 3D printers before me. Yeah, well, I haven't burned out of that yet, but we'll see. Bikes are crossed paths. That is facts. That is facts, good sir. I'm glad it happened, too. All right, hold on. And then we have... here we go. This is the main the main event right here. 10 millimeter, 100 by 150, 6061 aluminum sheet. I'm sure I'll be buying this up all the time, right? We got a 3 millimeter version, 2 of those, and what looks like 5 mil. Yep, so we got 3, 5, and 10 millimeter aluminum. Perfect. And what is this right here? Bicolor stock, blue on white. 2-piece. I'm not sure what this material is. 1.3 millimeter. Bicolor stock, blue on black. Bicolor stock, yellow on white. Yellow on black. Then this one seems a little bit thicker. Nope. Nope, it's not. We got red on black, red on white, white on black. What is this stuff, guys? What is this material? Any idea? Bicolor stock, black on white. Oh, that's cool. We got silver on black. So I'm guessing you can cut away just the top layer of this and it reveals the other side, that type of thing. All right, we got silver on white, and gold on black. All right, once I figure out what these are for nameplates. Thanks, Katie. Appreciate it. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, like signs, essentially, signs. This is cool. I haven't unboxed a product like this in a very long time. I guess the last time I got into something that's for makers, but I don't know anything about, would be laser engravers. Years ago now, I unboxed a couple, and I had to learn, but they were easy, and Lightburn made it really easy. It was actually hard to learn the software until I just got Lightburn. Once I got Lightburn, everything just became a little bit easier. G10 cuts like butter. Maybe Garolite, yeah, maybe. Some sort of plaster or signs engraved with yeah, right. Yes, sir. And that's okay, man. It's all good. Okay, and then this must be the main machine. I in no way am going to be able to lift that out of there. Let's see if I can just unbox it inside. I probably won't be able to, actually, now that I think about it, because of the corners. All right, so we're going to have to do a little flippity flip. Get this underneath. Let's hope this box is okay being upside down. It has a good vacuum to it. Oh, yeah. All right, we got there in the end. All right. Let's get that box over here. All right, and here we have, it's upside down, the Z1. Very dense box. Call the wife? No. Past 9. We don't call. Always wanted a shark with a laser on its head. Nice. Hey, Mr. Scaries, how you doing? All right, let's go. All right. Very, very good packaging. I talked about this a lot on the bamboo unboxing. How good packaging makes a huge impact in how these things ship and how they get to people. Like most of these things are coming from China or other countries, and they're traveling far distances. Some of them do tumble out of trucks and get, go down steps and curbs and stuff. And it makes a big difference when a company cares about packaging and spends the money on the packaging design. And it really shows in the long run, right? Like, this thing was double boxed. Look at the amount of foam. There's corners on the outside. There's corners on the inside. Super, super dense foam. All right, we have... This also says Makera Carvera, interestingly enough. So inside here is the Makera Z1 desktop machine. Essential milling bit set. Oh, that was not the bit set. So we have 26 pieces in there. Spindle collet 6mm, L bracket, thick L bracket, side clamp set 2. Oh, so the L bracket goes in the corner, then you have the 2 clamps to hold the material down. We do have the 4th axis module. We have a low profile vise. We have the vacuum bed. We have a wired probe. We have MDF bed. Makera Cyclone Dust Collector Light. That's the other box. The Makera Z1 engraving module. Why is this zoomed in like that? Cameron, why you keep zooming in? I make hand gestures, all right? Makera material kit, 50 pieces. We got that over there. Makera 6mm milling bit set, 7 pieces. Straight top clamp set. No idea what that is. But cool. There's a lot that comes in this kit. So I think I obviously have a different package than just this machine. Let's see what the package is. Wait, why does this look different now? How is it the top of the site looks different out of nowhere? Aha, here it is. So we must have... Includes 4th axis, dust collector, 4th axis bundle. If this has the laser engraver, I must have this one. Yeah, low profile lights. Okay, so I actually have the ultimate bundle. Okay, so that's great to see what it comes with. So this is double the cost of the, well, less, but double the cost essentially of the standalone machine. Now, if you have other machines already, that might not be a big deal. You might not need any of that other stuff. But this is the, just so we're super clear, this is the $2,000 version. And it looks like these things can be added. Like the vacuum bed is $100. The low profile vise is $89. The wire probe is $89. The laser module is $140. The Cyclone dust collector is $360, which I'm guessing you could use any vacuum there, right? And the 4th axis module, which is actually probably the most important one in here, is $270. So you can just get the standalone and get 1 or 2 of these items. You don't have to get the entire big kit, right? Laser sharks, yeah, that's right. Packaging is its own science. It really is. It really is. Oh, you got the Makera, that's right. Polymorph. What's happening? How are you? There must be a gremlin in Fedor's camera tonight. Something like that. Hey, Reprinted, how are you? Clamps another way to hold down the material. All right. This seems fun, doesn't it? Glitter fart. Another fantastic name. Hey, dude. I thought you'd be cutting aluminum. Yeah, right. You haven't seen me do these unboxings? We got some safety guidelines and a quick start guide, which honestly, let's keep that out. I did spot some stickers. So we got some safety stickers, but then also just some Makera stickers. They look pretty good. You're a long way from using that fourth axis. We got a realist. That's right. That's all right. That is A-okay with me. All right, we're going to move that to the top. All right, let's get to the machine. Looks like there is stuff sprinkled on the sides. And then, yeah, and then we just have the machine right there. Honestly, it's bigger than I thought of. It's bigger than I thought it was. Makera Z1 Ionizer Module. Ionizer Module? The safety stickers are a good touch. Hopefully, unneeded, right? The Ionizer, huh? What in the world is this? I know what it is for, like, smells and stuff. Anti-static. Eliminates static generated during non-metal machining, such as wood, plastic, or resin, preventing chips from sticking to the inner surfaces of the machine and making cleanup easier. Nice. Okay. That's pretty neat. Look at those pins. Does that move? Oh yeah. Okay. You can get it out of the way. And the connection, pretty standard connector. That's what she said. Now I know I can use my ionizer for that. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Tanner. All right, what's this? Exclusive accessories for KOL. Oh, okay. So this is an exclusive accessory to me, because I am a KOL. So let's see what these fun bits are, huh? So we get side clamps. Building a E3 CNC, nice, from scratch. Oh, I've seen these. These are updated clamps that I saw a design for these on I think Maker World, where you can 3D print them first to use them, and then use them to make these clamps on the machine. I watched a little video for it, but yeah, that's cool. Fun clamps. It's always nice to have fun clamps. I want to wear my 3D print hoodie, but I feel like I'll get arrested in my state now for that. Oh my god, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, depending on what you wear that to, you could have a fun night. Wow, that's wild. I didn't even consider that. On a closed machine, that fine dust will stick to everything. In an open machine, it sticks to everything you own. Nice. I'll have enough extrusion left over to make enclosure. Oh, nice. That's pretty good. Okay, top clamp. All right, thick L bracket. Oh, we got a little ruler on there. Where's my razor at? Might be a good thing for small packages. 3D printed clamps are better than aluminum ones. The rotary bit will break if it hits the aluminum clamp. It'll pass through the 3D printed ones. Burn carve, that's a really good point. I do know work holding is a big part of CNC. Yeah, right? Like knowing how to hold the part properly. I'm sure I will learn via fire. as we have with every other thing. All right. Very high quality piece. All right. Let's see. Let's keep going. I know from experience. What is this? Spindle collet 6mm. Looks like they're kind of just loose in here. So we got some collets. Ah, here it is. So this holds 6mm bits. Here, I'll just put these into here. All right. We gotta move this thing before we break this. Is it important to keep inside of this little thing? Maybe. All right, I'll keep that around. All right, and then we have our spoil board. This has 2 pieces. When seconds count, the police are only minutes away. Riding a motorcycle, got pulled over, searched, then sat on the curb 45 minutes. I believe that. I believe that. That's one of those F around and find out situations, ain't it? I fart. Hey, Nick. All right. I think that's all of the doodads. Let's see. I'm going to lower this. I do have the Jackery unit under my desk here. All right. Can I just lift it? Yes. You know what's crazy is this thing isn't even as heavy as some of the 3D printers that I've been unboxing. And that's just crazy to even think, right? All right, nothing left in the box, which means we can tuck some of this in there. Let's get all this back out. You know, because this is how my brain works. I have to put things away. We'll have this bag and whatever else is in there too. All right, let's get through the bag. Is this a freaking laser? I'm guessing CNC. Technically, it's both. It's a CNC machine here, 4th axis, but also has a laser attachment. A good example is actually this. Like, you could cut this shape and then laser on top of it, just like they have. Can we see this logo closer? Hold up. There we go. Yeah, that's lasered on top. So that's a pretty good example of what you can achieve. And technically speaking, you could laser over 3D prints with this as well. Abbott, yeah, of course. Are they adding a cutter pen holder? I'm not sure, but since technically you could make those things with this, I'm sure it's it'll be available shortly. All right. One layer off. Here, let's get this thing out of floor mode. It is a bit larger than I expected. Like, it doesn't look that big right here, but it's bigger than a resin machine. but still, I have so many printers that are bigger than this. In fact, I think even the two bed slingers that I had on this table until right before the stream are larger than this technically because of how much space they take up. This is a very, very compact unit. Extremely compact. All right, let's take a look at it together. I have everything out that I might need. Let me shove this back in. This box can go into this box. It has the perfect size. Put that back there. By the way, because I'm very good at tangents, TPU arrow. Look at that. And yes, I did have a power outage. And yes, there's a tiny little line. But look at that. Very soft. Can you guys see that? This is gonna be super cool. So is this a VMC, vertical milling machine? Yes, but also there should be a fourth axis somewhere. I'm guessing in here. Whoa, there's a little... Can you guys hear this? Has a mechanical chime. That's pretty fun. Yeah, it has a literal piece of... Can you guys hear that? Because I have noise cancellation on, so I think I have to talk while it does it for it not to do it. See that? That's pretty cool. Looks great as a desktop CNC. Just curious of the tolerances it uses. Well, right here in the marketing, we were previously looking at it. They claimed 0.02 millimeter precision. So, seems decent. Like a Zippo, yeah, yeah. You guys hear that? It's not plugged in, no. Sounds like a washing machine, yeah. It just has like a really thin piece of metal. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, so there is all sorts of stuff. I should not have put this box. Well, I guess I can still get in here. See, if I don't do this now, I'll spend hours later walking around this, and it'll just... Not a good idea. I like to clean as I go. Pretty sure Zippo has a patent on that. I can hear the lawyer spooling. Wouldn't that be crazy? They'll use my stream as a reference. Oh my god. Sounds like a thing in a doorbell, yeah. Nowhere near close enough, but still very good with spindle head. Yeah. Put your seatbelt on, yeah. So we got an engraving module. Also, everything says Makera Carvera, so I'm guessing a lot of these things work on either machine. All right, so I'm really not going to go into this, but I did want to see the power. So 5,000 MW megawatts? No, that can't be milliwatts. No, that can't be right either. What's that mean in laser speak? So it's a 50-watt laser, right? Because I have a 40-watt down there. 50 is pretty good for this tiny little laser. I don't know if that's true. You would never get it all back in the right order, right? You know what's funny is I've watched for printers, like to put them back in their original box. I've watched my unboxing before. 5 watts. Okay, 5 watts. Yeah. And what's it? Milliwatts. Okay. Little M is milliwatts. All right. Thank you. You guys, if you don't notice, you're going to be educating me a little bit. I hope you're okay with that. You know, I like to go in to a lot of these things like it's the first, the first of many. I mean, I guess if you did mind, you would have already left by now. All right, here is one of the most important things in here. The fourth axis. I know I'm not going to be using this for a little while, but I feel like getting my feet wet here. But we still got to check it out. I love the packaging. Everything is not only boxed with lots of padding, it's also all sealed off individually. All right. This also says Makera, not Makera. I keep putting an R in there. For use, please move the headstock to the leftmost side of the base. Okay. Just check this out. Oh, there's a little bit more stock in here. Cool. Epoxy tooling board. Fourth axis chuck wrench. There's a bunch of little pieces in here. Stainless steel low profile screws, some dowels, and yeah, here's the unit. Pretty cool. Yeah, I can see how it's not a lathe. This little motor isn't going to be churning this thing. So it's literally just fourth axis. All right. Got it. Did you pre-order this? No, it was sent to me for review. And one of the unique things that I can offer is this unboxing stream and learning from a 3D printer expert point of view. All right. So the spindle is here. Let's get this out of here. All right, we're getting to the last few boxes. There's a surprising amount of stuff in here. Materials and accessories for Makera Z1 and Makera Z1 Pro. It rotates. It doesn't spin like a lathe. Right. This is the manual tool change, right? Yes, the Z1 does not have auto tool changing. The original, the Carvera, it did. Then there was the Carvera Air. That had manual. That was kind of like the cheaper, more affordable version. And this is the smaller, cheaper, affordable version. All right, so here we have... Wow, there's so much stuff. All right, 3D wired probe. Ow, that really hurt my finger. I don't know. So if this thing already has a probe on the side, what is this for? It's opposite of 3D printing. Right. Thank you. And yes, that's for sure. I appreciate that, Toad. I don't know if you're in here. Obviously you are. I see you placed an order on my website. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. By the way, that kind of reminds me, just as a brief thing, if you go to 3dprintsos.com, I have a bunch of cool shirts, much like this one. And this one's kind of important right now, since there's all this legislation coming our way. 3D printing is not a crime. Bunch of cool shirts. Guys, check these things out. They're extremely affordable. Come in different colors. All sorts of designs that I've done myself by hand. We have some cool swag as well. This would be perfect to sit the Makera on, actually, to get rid of some vibrations if you plan on having it at the house. And of course, we have some amazing mugs with all the cool hot ends from the past that I decided to illustrate. So definitely check out 3dprintsos.com. It's a great way to support the channel. You can buy me a beer if you'd like. Check out some of the latest videos and shorts. Apparently the Instagram module is broken. Don't worry about that. But yeah, there's also on top here, there's a 3D printer band tracker. If you go there, this goes to my website that literally tracks these current bills that are being passed and enacted and pending inside all the different states. I actually need to update this because I think there's one more that got added to this. There's a ticker at the top that tries to read the news and pull what's current. So definitely check that out as well. The best way to get to this, it's a strangely long link. Best way to get to this is 3dprintsos.com and click link on here on the top right of that. If you're just joining in, don't forget Polymaker gives away some filament at the end of these streams. Links are pinned to the top of the chat. This thing's always zooming in on me. 108 minutes left on the stream for that. All right. Sorry, I had to do my thing, right? Not so much, yeah, that's right. That's the 3D probe. Oh, like the one that's on here is not a probe? I see, that's just the connector for it. I'd love to see a video about your experience learning the CAM software from 3D printing expert perspective. Yeah, this is literally why I did it. So I'm hoping that they're okay with me taking some time to do this part. Like, I'd love to, and as I learn and do stuff, I'm going to take video and put up shorts and stuff like that. But I'm going to treat it just like I do when I review a new 3D printing machine. We're going to unbox it, check it out here, in the limited time that we have, that I have rather. But then I'm going to try to learn it. I'm going to use it for, hopefully about a month. That's the best case scenario. 2 to 3 weeks is absolute minimum before I give an opinion on anything. But 3D printing is a lot easier for me because I just know it so much. So I'm going to try to take my time with this one, figure everything out, and then give an opinion from what it's like from my perspective. But the tax man came knocking. Yeah, don't I? That's sadly very familiar. The probe allows the machine to know where the top and sides of the material are before it's up. Oh, that one. That's the one that gets installed on the bed. So a 3D wired probe and then a wired probe. This is wired right there. This one is the thing that goes in the bed or something. Hey, there's a USB-C in here. Right, this is the probe that gets... okay, I see. Very cool. Or not. I don't know. I don't know if that goes on there or what. Those mats are some of the coolest 3D printing merch I've ever seen by far. Wow, that's... Thanks, Tanner. That's very kind of you to say. Alright, so we got 1/8-bit collets. Wired probe rod. Alright, so I guess that goes with that. Wired probe V2. 3D wired probe. Man, I don't know. We have some double-side tape. Milling bit set. Seems like you taking the appropriate time gives them the best value for sure. Right, that's right. And a lot of 3D printing companies, 3D print manufacturers, try to rush you like crazy. Like, as soon as you get their printer, and I don't take money for reviews, right? So most of the time, 99.99% of the time, I get a 3D printer. I specifically don't sign contracts. I don't take money from them so that I can have an honest experience. I do this unboxing, and as soon as they know that I have it, I get bombarded with emails asking about when it's coming out, when it's coming out. How can you do a review if I've had it for like 3 days? That's not a review at that point. You're just, you know what I mean? So every time you see a video that's a review, I've taken my sweet time and annoyed the crap out of the company because they get nothing. Flute engraving bit. Man, I have so much to learn, guys. I think my lunch breaks are now just going to be watching videos of this. First of all, are they always this beautiful? Like, they look like candy. Once seeing clicks, it's easier than you first thought it would be. Nice. So take everything you know about 3D printing and forget it. Yeah, I'm not coming into this thinking that my knowledge of 3D printing is going to help me here. I do think, you know, I would like to believe that I have some kind of engineering mind, even though I am mostly in the design world. Uh, but I take everything apart. I modify everything. I always have. So I think this would naturally, hopefully, fit within the same kind of boundaries of my interests. All right. Easily the best part of this whole thing. I can now probably just get rid of everything and just keep this. Right, you have to spin it. Yeah. Can I have this work as a escape key on my keyboard? Let's see. I think we might take this connector. It's just a power connector. Pretty easy. I think we might take this connector and make it a keyboard key with an adapter and have this as an escape key. Half of engineering is design, right? They want yes men? Yeah, I know. That's why I don't work with a bunch of companies all the time, because they don't necessarily appreciate the workflow in the same way. And it's not even their fault, really. It's the way that the companies are. Like, there's just employees, right? There's just literally folks working to. They're like, hey, you know, this week you have to get this machine into X amount of creators' hands, and they have to be good creators, and you have to make sure they sign this stuff so that we get, you know, we look good. And then they try their best not to get fired. Imagine them sending me a machine, and they're really proud, and they talk to their management or whatever, and then they see a video of me just trashing, you know, spending 30 minutes trashing their machine. They're probably, I'm not going to say they're going to get in trouble, but they're definitely not going to get praise for it. We got some cables. We got safety glasses. We got some lubricant oil and lubricant grease. Yes. Ooh. Let's see. Will they fit? Okay, now I need you to zoom. Yes! I need you to zoom! Wait. No. This way. Zoom in. Inward. Zoom this way. Oh, yeah, all the way. Nope. Okay, I'm giving up. That's good. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's a good look. Let's have him wear it for a little bit. Any mask? I don't know. We'll see. You'll know when the bit gets blunt, the workpiece gets fuzzy, and bits break. Yes, that I've seen in plenty of videos. All right, we have a little bit more. We have a little bit more here. Some more epoxying. These are 1x100 blocks. So we got gold on black, silver on black, a little bit of wasteboard, and another aluminum plate. This one is a 10x10, which is awesome. We'll probably end up using that first for something. I'm probably shouldn't take all this out like this, because I don't know where any of this is going to live yet. Looks like I do have a bunch of spoil boards, though, because I just realized there's one installed, and they also sent 2 more. All right, I have a pile of boxes already. And there's 2 more. Come on out. All right, so we have... Oh, I haven't even gotten to this one. I didn't realize there was another one down here. This one says toolbox. Oh, hey. What a beaut. Look at that. We have our hardware. Look at this little guy. I really hope they made it on this. Allen key? Is this an invitation to make your own handle? And when we have the the small profile corner, we'll use the larger one. And then the collet installer. And what is this? Oh, never mind. 4-in-1 screwdriver. Feels heavy. So that's what this is for. Yep, okay. Come on in. The water's just fine. Oh, I see. So you unscrew this. Not all the way. I see. Then you put that in, and then you tighten. Oh, nope, guess not. Yeah, it seems how that would work. No, I guess not. Ah, I'm just not pushing far enough. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. And then what's back here? Just more? Oh, hey, okay. So this is where you have a little saw. This is for when you have, when you don't want your stock falling down, you leave tabs on the outside perimeter there, and you can use that to cut it off, this to file it down, and then just a couple more pieces of Allen key. This is nice. I'm going to use this probably regularly. It's nice. Major props for having a Winamp. Yeah, that's right. That's this screen, right? Yeah, Winamp. Winamp is still good. If you have a Mac, it's called a Reamp. And fun fact, I say this probably every time anyone asks. Fun fact: you can use the OEM skins. All the original skins can be used right there. What I'm going to do is just like board games. We take out the thing that you punch, you put it on the bottom, and then when you put this on top, now the height of this will be at the height where it's supposed to be, so that none of the stuff falls out. So we'll put that back, and then we'll figure out where to put this stuff and hold it. Not pushing hard enough? That's right. Okay, and then there's a vise. Bunch of hardware, extra clamp blocks. Oh, it's so pretty. Gotta love a shiny piece of aluminum, huh? All right, so I'm assuming you undo this. This slides back. So is this? You guys know better than me. Is this, well, I see the edge here. So is this for holding some of those flat pieces for projects? Like, should I be using the wasteboard, or should I be using something like this? Or is this just for really specific, holding down specific projects? I legit don't know. Need to figure out how to get an e-stop. I need to figure out how to get an e-stop. It will stop both my machine and the router. Imagine the power strip button isn't OSHA approved. Yes. It's better for holding smaller stuff like blocks. If you're going all the way through. Right, if you're going all the way through, you're not using this. You're using the spoil board. Okay. Okay, so a lot of this is going to come down to knowing the part that you're making and thinking about the part, how it's going to be made. You're going to be programming that aspect of this. And you use your imagination for clamping techniques. Cool. All right, I have a giant pile of boxes over here. We have one last one. Essential milling bit set. Depends on what you're doing. The spoil board is amply named. Right. Yeah, and if you don't have a spoil board, from what I've seen people do, just in briefly looking at videos, is to put a piece they don't need or scrap underneath. You can even glue your actual material on top of that, from what I've seen, if you need to go all the way through. I think spoil board's for wood and softer materials. The clamp is for metal parts, maybe. Happy birthday shout out to Bernie and Nick Gers. All right, that's fun. Check it. A million of these collets. Looks like we're going to be definitely watching some videos. So these look a lot smaller than these. These look absolutely massive on the bottom here. So I've seen a bunch of projects with organizers for this, and now I know why. It's because there's a million things. It has to be level, though. It has to be a good level surface. Right. So the other part is I saw that the cam software tells you which bit to put in. And I think that's going to be critical in learning how to use this thing. Because this is overwhelming, I gotta say. It's definitely overwhelming. I'm just gonna put these larger 6mm bits into here. Even though I don't remember where I put the collet. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I'll keep it in here. So that all the bits are in one place. Hey, you don't short on bits? Yeah, right. Yeah, the proposition for beginners is amazing. Yes. I agree. I agree. Knowing that I have all of this stuff for every kind of situation is empowering. All right, I think we've finally gotten to to the point where it's just the machine left. Will this thing move? No. Is it zip tied? No. Right. So this must have a I'm assuming a screw on the inside. There's a screw up here, lead screw. Cool. Wires are very tight. There's nothing hanging anywhere. Let's see back here. Actually, we do have another box to unbox, which is wild, right? We need the vacuum. This is how you undo. You push further. Yes. All right. So there's a little bit in there just to keep things safe. For shipping, it'll lift up. Very nice. Can I move this board? No. Okay, so nothing is free. Nothing is like, 3D printers are mostly on belts. So you can't just like move the bed. What's this back here? There's a little plug, a little rubber on it. There's hoses I can see on the inside. Okay, so there's not much going on in here. Oh god, that little chime is so clever. Every time I think you have all the parts you need, you go back to AliExpress. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll be doing that. Speeds and how fast it moves through the material is something you'll develop knowledge of. Nice. Which camera do you use? The one, it is called the OBS bot. OBSBot. Actually, I think they tell you not to say OBS bot. I think it's called OBSBot 4K for this one. And the OBSBot, the OBSBot Tiny 4K for this one, which can move. It's a gimbal. I just have it static. And then the Tiny 2, it's also 4K, but it has a bigger sensor and it's much smaller of a camera for the one that's my main cam that follows me. So you don't have to have it do that. You can stay. There's manual controls. There's gestures, as you guys see. I do by mistake. It's good. And I do have links for it, I think, down at the bottom. I do have an affiliate account with them. If you are going to look to buy, let me know, and I'll send you a link. It'll hook me up. All right. So I'm sure you guys want to see the back of it, right? You can't fool us. You're a professional. Yeah, that's right. There's a couple of people back there. Assistant, can you turn the camera, please? Thank you. All right, so I have no idea what this stuff is. Do I just pull harder? This is how I break stuff. Or do I have to undo this? Looks like I have to undo this. Oh, this is that. This is for the button. All right. Yep. Although that's 3. Yeah, that's 3. All right. What are these? That's 4. That's 2. That's for this one. Yeah. Just gotta thread it straight. There we go. This is why we can't have nice things, or maybe fingers. Yeah. Yep. This is my honestly. This is probably my favorite part. Does it have rubber on the bottom? Of course it does. There is an SD card already in here. 8 gigs. There's a Type-C connector right here on the side. Here's the 2 vacuum hoses, and of course our power. Now let's set that right there for now. All right, let's get the vacuum out, and then we'll boot it up and see what it does and what it looks like. We'll figure out how all the probes and stuff work, and which one is which. If you're a woodworker, if you're a woodworker that has all of his fingers, you're a bad one. I personally am a bad woodworker. All right, let's get this unboxed right quick. Safety regulations rules. Yep, they do have a story behind them. All right, the final box. We have the quick start guide for the Cyclone dust collector. Hey, Wick, how are you? Come on. Here we go. More extremely dense foam. This one is boxed in the same way the machine is. Surrounded by foam and in a bag. All right. Great job with the packaging, guys. Makera, I don't know if you guys watch this or not. But absolutely fantastic packaging. Super Battle Golf. Hey, are you from Afghanistan? I'm originally from Uzbekistan. Not too far away from over there. For the bomb and IED makers. Wow. All right. Even this thing has a beautiful design to it. Lifts up. Okay, look at this nice thick rubber piece right there. So we got filtration. We got a dust cover and a filter cartridge. Look at this bad boy. We have a different series of filters in here. Does it say what? Be a maker, shape an era. Makera. I like that. I was just visiting Afghanistan. That's right. That's right. Thank you for your service. I was not visiting. I was born there. Different though. Different place. Quite different from Afghanistan. Beefy cartridge. That was my nickname in high school. Ah. Cheers to that. I cracked myself up. There's no one here. I'm laughing. I'm still proud of it. I'm still proud of it. I'm taking it all in. I have issues, guys. I have issues. All right, so we have our own power. Okay, there is a four prong connector on the back of this. I'm guessing the connectors either took out already before or they're in here. Oh, they're in here. There's a lot in there. All right, so we have our adapter for the back of this. It also has a rubber grommet. Fantastic. We have some little filter pods here. Where do they go? On the exhaust, I'm guessing? Silica. We have bit number 1. Wow, I'm going to have to 3D print a bunch of organization things for this. Bit number 2. So this is an actual vacuum. Beefy cartridge. Oh my god, I bet they get demonetized up in here. Alright, this cable, the 4-prong one, is the one that connects to this thing for control. I'm about to absolutely destroy my shoulder tapping extrusions. Yeah, you know, if you have a lot of extrusions to tap, it definitely becomes tedious. This guy's thought of everything. Normally you have to sort all that crap yourself. Yeah, no, this is... I can see why they challenge me. They're like, oh, you don't know anything, but you know 3D printing? Check this out, buddy. This is cool. Even more hose. Right, you need 2. Okay, so we have 2 sets of hoses. Front has a giant volume style knobber. The bottom here has some rubber feet. It says 6 liters. Let's put that on top. Clamp and clamp. Alright, so let me try to understand this. Here we have just an on-off. Right? On the back here is the only spot for your hose. So this, I'm guessing, is going to get one of these. In here, yep, okay, in there. Because you don't want any metal bits going through there, right? Alright, and then one of these goes to the top and one goes to the bottom, but there's no like splitter. Do you use them at different times? You like put one in one spot, then it does its thing, and then when it's done, you put it somewhere else and use it? Oh, right. So one of them is constantly pushing, or I guess it's pulling everything towards the back. I remember somebody saying that. And then at the end, you use the other one to suck everything out of where everything was pushing. If their software is user-friendly enough, this marketing method could really expand their customer base. Yeah, that's a really good way to word that. I don't have a solid enough vocabulary to say statements like that, but that is 100% true. All right, my desk is completely covered in stuff. But it's necessary. I'm guessing, because there's no screen on this thing, right? I'm guessing everything is done through their software. So why don't we turn it on and attempt to figure things out? I'm going to run this initially from my Jackery unit down here. I don't know how much this is going to pull. I know it's just booting. It's not going to do much. But I've had some issues down here with my printers popping my breakers. which includes my computer area. And I don't want to risk losing the stream. Same reason Babu got really popular. They made it easy. Right. Right. They made an amazing package. Right. They packaged up all the good things that we all wanted and liked and put it together into a solid package. If Carvera does it, bam. Well, Carvera is the larger version of this. Yeah, if this is the one. This is the one to change the game. If this $1,000 mill can, one, produce, and two, be stupid easy for people like me, then you're definitely going to have a winning combination here. All right, let's plug this in. We have power. Might as well plug this thing in too. 4 goes here. Widespread, right? Yeah. No, I'm definitely in support of all the things that they are doing. I don't know if I have to put the vacuum on the bottom or the top. I'm kind of gonna assume that it goes in the bottom, but I'm probably wrong. We will find out. This screws into... Oh, right, that thing needs a power cable too. This thing screws onto here. Okay. This screws into here. I gotta say, the size of the cables and the hosing is pretty good. Like, they are not stingy with that. I can put them next to each other. I can put it on another rack somewhere. It's done correctly. Here, we'll have the stop button right here. I love that sound so much. I need the other power cable. E3 CNC is working on that open source side. Currently working on a slicer style cam software to bridge the gap for 3D printing and mining people. Nice, that's great. Yeah, did you guys see the Voron version? There's a Voron CNC. Should be coming somewhat soon, if not already. I haven't followed it as much as I would like. All right, so we got an LED on the vacuum. Actually, if I turn this, will it just turn on? Yep, of course it does. And oh, yeah, you can hear it in here. Great. Okay. Let's turn that off for now. And let's go ahead and power this thing on. Let's see. Oh, we got lights. Okay. Let's see what it do. There are 4 lights. They're still working on kits, right? Oh, hey-oh. I'm hoping it doesn't really do much. And it's just going to check its limits, maybe? Yep, I heard a click over there. Let's see here. Yep. All right, so it is homed, and I'm guessing blue is ready. Good amount of light in here. Like, it's kind of blinding, actually. Yeah, very nice. This thing looks gorgeous. Like, the packaging is... Mwah. Can I lift this? Yeah, there's plenty. Get the table higher. Plenty of cable everywhere. The power cable is the shortest. There's a little bit of a hum from one of the axes from the motor's holding. All right, what's this button do? Do I want to know? What's this button do, guys? Anyone know? The button on the front? In the meantime, let's open up Makera Cam. Makera Cam. Welcome. Can I not move this? Oops. Why can't I move it? Where'd it go? I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I can't move the app. Alright, I know how to solve this. We're gonna pull it. Ah. Okay. Do it here, here, and close. Are you sure you want to quit? Yeah. Alright, and now if I drag a file here. Aha, okay. I can open it from here and it will open on this screen instead. Yes, alright. There we go. Nope, it's still opened on my other screen. Well, it says welcome to Makera Cam, and it says 3-axis or 4-axis. I'm just gonna hit 3-axis. Alright, now I can move this. There we go. Oof. Self-destruct button. Probably the emergency stop. So you think this very hidden button is the emergency? I kind of want to press it. Is this right? This was undone because the machine moved. All right, let's do this. Before I destroy everything, let's take a look at the quick start guide. All right. So this is how to unbox it. Probably should have taken a look at this earlier. All the stuff that comes with it, of course. This is how to take tools in and out. All right. Work loading positions. So it's saying to position it on this left bottom corner. Install L bracket. Yep. Okay, so the vacuum does go on the bottom or here. Kind of interesting that it doesn't do it at the same time. Like, couldn't you just make like a Y connector? Yep, the vacuum goes on 3, did that. Oh, okay, that little tool unscrews this piece and you can put in the 6mm spindle collet. All right. Wired probe. Wired probe. My wired probe box is empty. And that's because I think it's already installed. Yeah, and I have no idea what any of this stuff is. The wired probe supports automatic Z-axis probing, surface leveling, and machining area scanning. When used with Makera Z1, anchor-based system, it enables easy XYZ positioning and simplifies the CNC workflow. Operating steps. Follow the prompt in the control software to switch to the probe. Refer to the tool change section to remove the current tool and install the wired probe. Click continue to press the main button to start probe calibration. The system will complete the remaining steps automatically. So it looks like you would take this out. You would move this down to remove this. Has some oil on it. And you would put this probe in here and pull this up. And now, yeah, that's a little button. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it lit up green for a second there. So that's the wired probe. And this is the 3D wired probe. Let's see what this thing has to say. Still no word about that button. So this, the 3D probe, enables automatic XYZ probing on both conductive and non-conductive materials. It is ideal for edge finding and center finding on regular shapes, such as square and round workpieces, especially when using custom fixtures like vices. Follow on-screen instructions to switch to the 3D probe. remove the current tool and install the 3D probe, unplug wired probe connector, and connect the 3D probe cable. Tap continue, press the main button. So it seems like this one does more than the wired probe. So would it be a good idea? Chad, that's what it is. Okay, so this is an emergency stop button. They should have probably put a logo on here or made this red or yellow, right? Why have this on such a short cable if this is here? Huh. All right, so let's see what this is like. All right, we need an Allen key, and of course I put away the tools. Let's see. Dropped it. And this little guy has a USB-C cable. Okay. This goes here. Will this tool be able to sit in here? It will not. Okay, that's a major downside. That's a major downside. So this is not a probe that lives on this machine. This is a probe that you put on for certain projects, from what I understand. No, the red button in the box is the E-stop. Also, it should require rotate clockwise to release the E-stop. You're right. That part I know. So you're saying emergency stop button and E-stop are different? It seems like they're the same thing. I could be completely off base here. Same thing. Okay. So they're double safe. This was a fun exercise. Take screw and cable off. Put screw and cable back on for no apparent reason. Drop it 15 times. All right, I swear, I'm going to get this thing on there. All right. Probe. Probe is on. Okay, this was supposed to go back into the 3D. Does the emergency stop imply the existence of an urgent stop? It does. All right, so back to this thing. All right, we learned how to do that. 4-in-1 screwdriver, got it. Emergency stop button. Connect the emergency button cable to the emergency stop port on the rear. In case of emergencies such as tool breakage, jamming, or workspace loosening, press the emergency stop button to immediately stop the machine. The emergency stop is a latching switch. Before powering on, turn it clockwise to release. The main button also functions as an emergency stop by default and can be used to stop the machine when needed. There you go. I should have just read this. 8-bit collar installer. All right, so this is how we put on the little black parts onto each of these things. So you actually keep the tool in the little plastic piece. What the heck? I have so much to learn, guys. Or that's just undoing it. Oh, that's to remove it. I see. That's how you remove it. This is how you install it. All right, got it. All right, then we have the probe rod. The 3D probe rod enables automatic XYZ probing on conductive materials. Oh, so it's either this one, the one that I have installed right here, or the 3D one that does both. So the only benefit here is that this thing just attaches to the side of it. Are U.S. Trump taxes included in the price? To be honest, I have no idea if these ship from the United States or not. I have no idea. I can ask them and get back to you on Discord. Status indicator. The LED on the Makera Z1 spindle cover displays the machine status such as idle, running, and alerts. It also features segmented lighting to indicate the active tool number during tool changes. Oh, okay. So blue is idle, green is a run, the machine is working, red is alarm, alarm's triggered, unlock to resume. Yellow is home, machine is homing. Green and gray is hold. Press the hold button to pause, press again to resume. Yellow and gray is wait, machine is processing internally. Just gray is disable, no device connected. Silver, I guess this is white. White is sleep, the machine is entered sleep mode, reboot to restore. Blue and gray is pause. Press the pause button to pause, press again to resume. So that's the same as green. So green and gray and blue and gray are the same. And then a teal and gray is tool wait, waiting for tool change. All right, here we have the Makera app, which is in the App Store, luckily. Let's grab that while we wait. Why would you ever want the other probe then? Convenience? Yeah, it's just the fact that it's hanging. So it's just convenience. But the other, it looks like the one tool is better than obviously juggling two. But you would have to like put it somewhere, right? It'd have to sit in a drawer or something because you can't mount it to the tool head. All right, App Store. And we need Makera app. Makera app. Do not see it. Okay, let's scan the QR code instead. I wonder if... No, it says download in the App Store. All right, Makera.com. Let's get in there. All right, cam software, Mac, Windows. All right, what about, there's an ad. What about the app? There's firmware, Fusion 360, profiles, V-Carve desktop, Kirimoto, Lightburn, 30-day return. Where's the app? Scan the QR code, download the Makera Studio and Makera app. It says download on the App Store. Makera app. Let me try searching again. Makera app. No results. Makera app. Let me just search on Google. Cam software. I have no idea where to get this tool. I don't see any way for me to download it. App Store. There we go. Makera controller. This says Makera app and Makera Studio. I have Makera Studio. No, I have Makera Cam. Additionally, Real-time control of your Carvera and Carvera Air CNC. Oh, okay. So this just isn't... That's just not for my machine here. Let me just type in Makera and see what comes up. It looks like it's like everything but Makera anything. Like, man, the App Store has really become just a pile of hot garbage. It's overrun by absolute trash apps. All right, I can't find anything related to Makera on the App Store. Maybe it's not out yet. Wait, why would you ever want to... Oh, no, okay, I already read that one. All right, well, I don't know. It says power on. We did. Wi-Fi setup. You can connect to and control the machine via USB, built-in Wi-Fi hotspot, or local Wi-Fi network. We recommend connecting the machine to your local Wi-Fi network. This allows your computer and mobile device to stay connected to the internet while remotely operating the machine. Well, so far I don't see an app, but we'll make it work. So where do you see this? Camera. Settings, material library, tool library, help. There's nothing in this cam software that's connecting us. So maybe Makera Cam is not what I need. Maybe I need whatever Studio is. Software. Makera controller. Intuitive control software dedicated design for the Carvera Air, running across Windows, Mac, and Android. Our Cam is an intuitive, easy-to-learn CAM software solution. It brings users an all-in-one CNC machining experience for 2D, 3D, fourth axis, and laser projects for Carvera and Carvera Air. Okay, so it looks like all of them kind of just say Carvera Air and Carvera. So maybe I just need to... I need to just download it. Okay. It is downloading. Where are we at? Okay, got it. All right, open. Carvera controller. First startup of the Carvera controller, you have to... Oh, that's great. You have to open terminal. Wow. That's kind of wild. So the app is not... they don't have a proper licensing, I guess, for the app because the Mac is going to think that this thing's... It's by like a third party and they're not a licensed developer. One of those type of things. So you have to type in this to remove it. Sudo xttr -rc applications Carvera controller .app. Let's see if I did that correctly. Yep. Okay, now we should be able to go here, type in Carvera controller, drag it down here, and open. So Carvera controller and Carvera Air. Maybe your phone is not compatible. I know my phone could not use one app I was looking for, or I looked it up on the PC. It showed it said not compatible. That's possible. All right, so here's what comes up for this. Let's close terminal. Carvera controller. All right, so we're gonna do Wi-Fi, searching for nearby machines. I'm probably going to have to use the USB initially. Connecting machine via Wi-Fi. Right, I need to put in my Wi-Fi credentials for this thing to connect. I'm going to tell you right now, this software is definitely not as polished. What's this? Open G code. So this is for already sliced stuff out of CAM. So you would put in your file into CAM, figure out how it's going to be made, and then this is how you would open it. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely ask AI. Does it tell me here, though? Turn on Bluetooth in your computer or mobile device. Open control, okay, device page in Makera app, then add device. This says Wi-Fi, and I don't see Bluetooth anything. Let's see if it comes up under nearby devices. Also, let me get my phone back out. Let's get that one app that said that it was for the other Carvera machine. It was for the Carvera machines. What's it called? It's called Makera controller. Nothing comes up under Makera, which is weird. Controller. Okay, here's a Makera controller. Let's download that. Okay. Nothing comes up for Bluetooth. I mean, it looks like the simplest way is going to be just to plug it in with USB-C or USB. All right, we got the controller app. Let's open that. I mean, it's the same thing. It's identical. So it's the same exact app, just on the phone. Let me see if hitting Wi-Fi here does anything. Searching nearby, not found. Enter IP manually. So I can click to enter an IP, but there's nothing that's not how it works. All right, let's get a USB cable. And I remember seeing one. Ionizer. But that seemed early on, right? Which would indicate the cable is back there somewhere. All right, and then if it's just a regular cable, right? Didn't I say there's USB? Yeah, right here on the side. All right, so it's USB-C. I have this cable. It should be plenty long. Let's plug it in manually first and see if once we get an IP address, we'll be able to connect it. All right, this side. Go way around over here. And into my keyboard. Okay. So now we should have a USB connection. Hey, okay. The Bluetooth, that's weird. So you have to click USB for the Bluetooth to come up. But it does show up. This is it, I'm pretty sure. I kind of want to hit Bluetooth. Hold on, let me see if that stuff is here. I think it's easier for me to unplug it here. Let me see if that's there without this thing being plugged in. Yeah, let's hit Bluetooth. Yeah, connected to the machine. Wait, how could it do that? Yeah, I mean, it says... Yeah, it's connected. It's trying. It's connected to the machine. Auto reconnect success, and then it goes into a loop. Let me hit disconnect for a second. How do I trigger Bluetooth on this thing? No, I think it thinks that it tries to connect to the Bluetooth. I mean, to the USB. All right. Well, the sad part is that these instructions don't work. It says set up via Bluetooth. It says turn on Bluetooth at your computer or mobile device. Open Control tab in Makera Studio, which Makera Studio doesn't exist unless unless I've downloaded 2 of the wrong apps. Other supported software. Fusion, blah blah blah. I mean, I have Fusion. Carrera Air Controller. Makera Cam. I mean, I'm holding the cable, right? I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. I mean, this... Yeah, camera. That's the camera of this. This doesn't make sense. This is cam. This is the part where I'm making the... Not making. This is essentially the slicer, right? This is our slicer. Technically, there should be a way to connect to the machine here, too. Material library. Oh, cool. Okay, the cam part seems at least somewhat straightforward. It's this. This part is weird. All right, let's plug this thing in again. All right, and now... Let's hit USB, and it's probably this one. It says wait. Oh, we have some different controls here. And it keeps disconnecting and connecting again. Yep, there it is again. Alright, so let's disconnect. The USB. This is debug. This can't be it. It's got to be that one. Here, let's... Definitely a good USB cable. It's a good USB cable. However, I'm going to try... Oh, right, and I can't plug it in directly into my laptop. Because one is my display, the other one is all the cameras, and this one goes to my keyboard here. What's another way? And the keyboard I can't unplug because we'll lose audio. So this cable should work. Let me try something else. Let's try another one. There's definitely no shortage of USB-C cables. The problem is finding a long enough one. Here's USB to USB, but then I can do... Somewhere here I have a backwards adapter. I guess not anymore. Oh, it's because my phone is plugged in. Okay, we can undo the phone. All right, let's try a different cable. Is there a short on the kill switch? No, the kill switch is, the whole thing would turn off once the kill switch is hit. I don't see studio. Yeah, I don't see studio either. Oh man, this cable's tiny. All right, hold on. We're gonna figure this out. Let me get... Let's get a laptop bag. So I have a lot of goodies in here. Alright, the amount of cables I have in here is ridiculous. Problem is, are they all too short as well? Alright, here is another one. Alright, this is a good working cable because I use it all the time. I also have this one, but that's not very long again. So we'll have backup. It could also be like glitches in the Mac software. I know not every small company developer is making great Mac apps. So, all right, USB-C. Yeah, no adapters. All right, and then USB-A into keyboard. There we go. All right. We're gonna go here, USB, and this. We are waiting. And disconnected. And reconnected, waiting. So it just goes into a loop. Yeah. So it's still just doing its loop thing. Okay. All right, let's try some more stuff. It could still be cable related, or it could be that there's too much, too many dongles in my machine. Here's my concern for all the companies like Makera that are offering up their software with the devices. What happens to the devices if they go under? Will that be open source? Well, it looks like you can use Fusion and a bunch of others. They say it right there, right? Close the software and open it again? Sure. Nope, not touch portal. Here we go. This. Did you check the privacy and security for allow prompt? I didn't get one. Hey, layer by layer, by the way. What's going on, man? I didn't get one of those. Let's go ahead and open system preferences and see privacy security. Go all the way down. Yeah, it didn't need it. Yeah, there's been no issue with it opening. I just wish this one would work. Like, you should be able to... it can't have an IP address because it's not hooked up to the internet. All right, this is the longest cable I have. So to make this work, we're just gonna scooch this around a little bit. And this will help us remove the idea that it's a cable issue. Oops. Okay, there goes. All right, keep going, keep going. Got my drinks in the way. Just a little bit more. We could just move the whole machine. All right. All right, that should be enough. And plugged in. Okay. All right. Where's my mouse? Here it is. All right, this is a different cable. USB. Still coming up the same. Connected to the machine. No. Nope. I've had them happen from time to time with janky apps with no notification. Yeah. It's possible that the app is not getting the permissions to use USB, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You're right. Let's try it again. Let's go to privacy and security. Advanced, maybe? No. Let me search. For Makera. Nope. Not app management, not accessibility, not remote desktop. Input monitoring. Here we go. Yeah, the app's not even in here. Have you tried power cycling the CNC with a USB plugged in? No, but that's fantastic. Here, we can just press this button, right? I guess that's not a full power cycle. Let's turn it off. Back here. That's a great troubleshooting piece right there. Also, so far the instructions with the machine they didn't work. One, there's no Makera app on the App Store. There's Makera Connect, which is the same as what we're using here. Second, the Wi-Fi setup. Oh, maybe there is an AP mode. Okay, we're gonna try that in a minute. Oh wait, I can't. I can't use AP mode. The reason is if I connect, I'll lose the stream. That's also a good point. So what I can do is, I can grab my ROG Ally. It's just a Windows machine, and I can use it. Let's see if this works first. This power cycling with USB cable. USB. No, I'm sure it would have just turned green. Yep, nope. It just goes on a cycle. All right, and then the last thing to try is to see if this thing produces its own. It does. Okay, so I can see its Wi-Fi. Okay, so right here we have the Makera Z1 Wi-Fi. Like I said, the problem is if I try to connect to it, I'm going to lose the stream. So let's try to grab my other device. Man, I wish I had my other laptop too. That's not gonna happen. Hold on. We'll figure it out. We got 45 minutes still. We're gonna connect to this thing and gain control. I haven't used this thing in a hot minute. Hopefully there's some battery left. All right, let's see. Of course, we boot. Let me move my keyboard and such back, since we didn't use it. All right, this can also go back to there. Missing USB to serial driver for whatever chip is in the Makera. For Windows, maybe. All right. How we doing? Try this again. All right, ROG Ally, save us. I gotta say, with 3D printing, I don't think I've ever had this much packaging. This thing is just absolutely chock full of parts. What is it, the longest boot ever? Or am I just anticipating it too much? I don't think this thing's ever booted this long, ever. What is this, its first boot? What's going on here? All right, that had an adapter, and I put it away, and now I don't have it anymore. Oh boy, what did I do with it? This is a mess. This was the cable. All right, we're booted. We'll find the adapter later. All right, get in, fingerprint me. I know sometimes it doesn't work. All right, we're in. It's loading a digital clone. All right. Let's get Open Edge out of all things. Blech. And Makera. Connect. Let's see what the experience is like on Windows. All right, so we don't need cam. We specifically need this thing. Windows. Downloading, open file. We're gonna install for all users. Yes. That's fine. Create desktop shortcut, sure. All right, so we are installing. And it's done. Let's go. All right, so it's exactly the same screen as what we're seeing on the Mac. All right, however, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our Wi-Fi here, and we're going to go open Makera. And let's connect to it. Let's see if there's a password needed or anything. No. Okay. So it's currently connecting to the machine's own Wi-Fi. We're on it. All right. Now let's see. We're going to go back to connect. I'm going to hit Wi-Fi. Yep. We're going to allow it. It's all good. Connecting the machine via Wi-Fi. Searching for nearby machines. There's the Makera. We're going to click on it. And there we go. Okay, now this is on. So like I said, I can do that on my Mac. The problem is I'll lose the stream. So don't want to do that. All right, so, yep, it says we're idle. We can download the config text. Oh, it did that. And, all right, it gave us the version. So we have a full-on controller here. Wouldn't it be cool if we can just use the joysticks? So for example, I can move the tool to the left hand. Yep. So that's working. Unlock it. Apparently that's not working. Let's have it home. Yep, both the bed and the bottom home. All right, so we have physical control over the thing. So I guess once you have, let's see what this thing is. So Wi-Fi. Oh, so I can have it go on my Wi-Fi, which is good. Let's do that. So it says searching for network. Let this thing search, and I'll see if I can add it to my Wi-Fi here. Ready to use that fourth access yet? That's hilarious. Hey, what's good, Nico? Smallest one they make? Yeah, no tool changer, but it's definitely very small. All right, it says not connected. Set language, English. Yes, please. Let's hit this gear. Vacuum power, 80%. Light on, auto sleep. You can make this button do different things. So there's click. There is holding for 3 seconds. Looks like there's 3 functions. What's under advanced? Default RPMs, max Z heights, all the different speeds, laser power. Everything's in here. There is so much. All right, Wi-Fi. So we can change the name of the Wi-Fi. We don't need that. So it looks like this is how you connect to the machine. You use the Wi-Fi, which is both good and bad at the same time. I would rather it connect to my Wi-Fi than me connect to the Wi-Fi of itself. But it doesn't look like, at least it's not obvious how I can change those two things. Also, this quick start guide talked of Bluetooth, but I don't see anything about Bluetooth. Yeah, like number 1, turn on Bluetooth in your computer or mobile device. Open Control tab in Makera Studio or device page in Makera app on mobile. Then add device. Yeah, like Bluetooth would be fantastic. But it don't look like that's an option. And why is the settings screen not working? Machine name that is shown on the Wi-Fi list. Laser, Z probe, spindle, wireless probe. Restore, basic, close. All right. Lots of coordinate related stuff. Here's where you pick a file that you want to open. Yep, examples. Let's see what's in examples. We have tests, laser, LED, relief, and rotation. There is actually quite a bit of stuff. There's flatness test, fatigue test, fourth test, laser test, PCB test, aluminum test. Definitely lots of stuff in there. What's this little button? Whoops. I pressed the hold button by accident. Okay. And you can send any command, it looks like, because there's just straight up a thing. What's an LED? PCB, no UV, aluminum button. There is a lot of files in examples. In all of them. Nefertiti. For rotation. For laser, we have Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn small. Okay. So at least I know that I can connect to the machine when I'm not running a live stream. We'll be able to connect to it. So that's good to know. To change Wi-Fi settings in your Makera Z1, you connect your computer or mobile device directly to the Z1's built-in hotspot first. Then, using the Makera Carvera controller software, into your local network's password, disconnect from the hotspot, and reconnect your device to your home Wi-Fi. Where? How? Hold on. Let's see where that could be. So my only options now that I'm connected to it is disconnect. So there's nothing at the top here that I can do except for disconnect. Then in here, when we hit Wi-Fi, it says searching for network. This is where I would assume this thing would find my network. I would give it the password and then go from there. So let's just leave it on here for a minute. I know the reflection of the screen's not helping very much. Open settings menu, usually top right corner. Yep. Select your local home workshop Wi-Fi. So that's implying there's a win error. That's implying that I click this button and I just find it. I find my mine and press it, but there's nothing. It's not working. By the way, this is essentially a laptop with two controllers on the side. It actually has some pretty robust specs too, but it's just running Windows. There's nothing special about this device. It's essentially just a laptop with a small screen. Maybe the button on the front. No, the button on the front stopped it. Yeah, so you see, it never connected, and it actually disconnected from the machine. Yeah, it gives an error. Closed by host. Yeah, and then we're just back. What's this? Oh, that's just a controller. What's this? Diagnose. Be careful. Do not change. Yeah, okay, I'm not touching that. Let's go to settings again. So in settings, under advanced, there is all these coordinates. There is Wi-Fi, but nothing is under Wi-Fi except for the name of this thing. And I'm not going to change that because there's just no point. Yeah, there's nothing I can add or change in here. So, once again, not sure. But I do have full control over the machine. So, it's not that crazy. The thing only sees 2.4 gigahertz is likely. Yes. Yeah, I have a 2.4 gigahertz running. I have three. I have a 2.4, 5, and 6. Hey, thanks, Maker. I appreciate you coming in, man. Definitely have a great night. Are you on 5G? I have all three running. That was the instructions I found on the internet. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm definitely gonna have to play with it a little bit more. Once we're off the stream, I can go ahead and try again. Yeah, it says, you know, there's a firmware updater section too, but I can't do anything here because you need an internet connection to do it. I don't have internet connection because I'm hooked up to the machine. Okay, here's what we can do. We can use the USB-C cable to go USB-C to USB-C. We can do that. That could be a thing. Let's see. So let's hook into it that way. Let's go to disconnect on Wi-Fi. This might be the ticket, guys. Go to USB. Let's see. I don't know if I need to relaunch this or what. Let's just relaunch it. All right. Go USB. Yeah, the USB button does not appear to like me. Okay. We can keep trying. Wait, did I hear the connector sound? Yeah, the Windows connector sound. Okay, so it does connect to this. Let me try going back to my normal Wi-Fi so that I'm not on the Wi-Fi. Maybe it's confused. No. All right. Let's give the other cable a shot. We're gonna need this adapter. At this point, we're just playing. Oh, the other one. I need this one, this adapter. All right. Let's get it. Hooked up. Yep, I mean, I hear the same sound. All right, so with the Wi-Fi of the machine, yeah, for whatever reason, I can't press the USB here. Let me use the mouse. No. Interestingly enough, I can't select the Wi-Fi button anymore either. Here, let's restart the app again now that we don't have Wi-Fi information in there at all. No, the Wi-Fi stayed. Reset connection, click to reconnect. Connect to the machine via USB. Does not work. All right, then we'll do this one more time. Let's go to Makera. Connect. Makera, not Makera. Connecting. All right, so I can connect to it pretty easily by jumping on its Wi-Fi. So we have that going for ourselves. Can you connect to the machine and have control of the machine? The word is yes. Which means now we need a file to cut and a material to cut. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to that tonight. But I'm going to spend some time and learn how to use it. I'm going to have to watch some videos. Another post. You must first connect by cable, then in settings, register your network and reboot. The name of your own network should not have any spaces. Are you saying pick up the cable from the floor? Here, we don't need the one with the adapters because this one works just fine. I'm tripping, almost fell. All right, last time. Here, let's disconnect this. Connect with cable. You must first connect by cable, then in settings, register your network. Here, let's reboot. It could be pronounced Makera. It could. All right, we're not connected to anything. In settings, there's no Wi-Fi, nothing. In setting, like there is no Wi-Fi. Then we go here, USB. Does not seem to do anything. We do still have Wi-Fi, so when we click the Wi-Fi, yep, it comes on right away. We're on in here, and then in here, I can click Wi-Fi, and it just says searching for network. And I'm guessing if I was hooked up with by a cable, I would be able to see networks here. Reboot it with a hammer. Wi-Fi not connected. Win error 10054. And that's probably because I'm currently on the Wi-Fi of this machine. I mean, that would only make sense. Yeah. So the question is, this is a Windows machine. This thing probably does need some kind of driver. Because this, out of all the things, should definitely work with the cable. And then, were we ever able to connect to it with the cable here? No, we weren't, right? And if we go to Bluetooth, there's no Bluetooth at all. It's all good, Burn. I appreciate you trying to help. You know, right now I can connect to it. I can control it, which means I'll be able to send the file to it. So if I'm on my laptop, I can do all the work that I need. Get the cam, get the file into cam, program it all, and then hop on this thing's Wi-Fi and send the file to it. It's really not that big a deal, or it's actually somewhat simple. This is just trying to figure out why the instructions themselves aren't working. Yeah, so I can't connect to other Wi-Fis because I'm connected with the Wi-Fi. The cable is not does not give us what we're looking for. And just to kind of reiterate one more time, I plug this in over here. Did you see a USB cable in the plethora of stuff that they sent you? I did. And you know what? Let's try to find it right after this. So I hear it connect, that Windows sound when you hook up a USB cable. Here, let's hit disconnect from Wi-Fi. Yeah, I mean, on the Mac, right, this gives you options for USB. This one just doesn't. On Windows, what's the thing that shows you your connections? Not control panel. What's it called? What's it called, guys? Windows USB driver found on software page. Oh, perfect. That's going to be the ticket. I guarantee it. All right, let me turn this off. Let's go here. Makera USB driver. Yeah, I bet on Windows it'll just... that part will work. Oh, right. No Wi-Fi because I'm on the machine's Wi-Fi. Let's hop off. Go to the main one. What time we got? Guys, there's about 9 minutes left until the giveaway. Device manager. That's the one I was looking for. So if you guys want to chance to win some filament, definitely jump in there while we figure this out. Let's go here. Makera site. Let's go to Z1. Settings. Software. There's a song about life giving us lemons. USB drivers found on the software page. All right, let's find that. Makera Studio is currently in beta test. Click to join. So all the talk about Studio, that's why we're not finding it. It's on here. And we need Windows USB driver. There you go. All right. Open file. There is a Mac OS X driver, I do believe. All right. How do I install this driver? So the driver doesn't actually have an installer. It's literally a folder. Driver installation, okay. So we need to go to Device Manager and update it. Okay, let's do that. So it's just in downloads, all right. So let's go here. Device Manager. Here's the Makera. Click on it. Update driver. Browse from my computer. Browse. We need to find downloads. All right, in downloads, let's see, next. Was unable to install. Okay, so that means it's not extracted. So let's go to downloads. We need to extract all. And let me copy this whole thing. Can I? Oh, right, it's just the mouse. Copy. Copy. Okay. This is where we're going to do it. Extract. Got it. All right. Close, close. Here. Device Manager. Makera. Update driver. Browse my computer. Let's paste what I copied. Looks like I need to close the keyboard to paste. Yep, paste. Do this one. Next. Unable. Let's try to do a better job then. Update driver. What about search automatically? Unable. Okay. Update driver. Browse for computer. Browse. Downloads. Here we go. Carrera. Yep. Okay. Okay. Should be in here. Next. Unable to install. I did unzip it. All right. Hold on. Let me close this again. Minimize. Where is that? Right here. USB. USB installation guide. Okay, let's try again. Update driver, browse for my computer. Then just select the folder, the driver folder where you downloaded the drivers, and hit OK. Make sure to include subfolder, and now click Next, and it will install the set of drivers. Installing the second set of drivers. So you have to do it twice. All right, so far I don't think that hasn't worked. All right, we have 2 of these open. Let's close it. All right, let's go again. Makera, update driver. No, I don't want to disable it. I must have misclicked. Update driver. Browse my computer. Include subfolders. Yes. Next. Was unable to install your Makera Z1 USB. Windows cannot find drivers for your device. Well, that's just fantastic, isn't it? What if I click above it? No. Nope. Update driver. Browse my computer. Let me pick from a list. No, there's not. Nope. Won't be able to find it like that. Let's see if we can go a little deeper with the browse section. Static. I mean, it says it includes subfolder, so should be able to install it from here. Yeah, I was unable to install. Well, looks like that's not working either. But it doesn't matter because we can connect to it with the Wi-Fi that the machine is putting out, and that is just fine. That is just fine. Here, let's shut this thing down. I'll have to watch some content on how to actually use it, and we'll go from there. So here's the question for you guys, the ones that stuck around. What should I do first? I'd love to hear from you guys. What should I do first? Like, is there a calibration that I should do? Is there a file that you guys think that I should try first before I do anything else? Or material? What are your guys' thoughts on that? Make sure it's... yeah, it is. Yeah, it was, rather. There's one more thing I can technically try. We could launch Parallels and open Windows that way and pass the thing through and get the software that way. But I'd start soft, yeah, like piece of wood. Fourth axis first. Russia the Killer. Nice. Your logo? Yeah, logo would be fun. That's not a bad idea. I have a what's it called? Flat versions of the logo. You're going to want to create a tool offset file and start by cutting something soft to keep from breaking tools. Windows is probably newer than driver. That's also possible. Yeah, that's possible. I have nothing. Well, me too. It's kind of funny. I've never used the CNC. I'm guessing you have to calibrate somehow. Just go full bore and pew pew. So here's the other thing. Oh, guys, it's 12:01. We're gonna do the giveaway in a second. Makerables, right? Here, let's do this. Makerables. Oh wait, I thought I had beta active. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I do. All right, so here is a look at Makerables, which is, I think, a fantastic idea. And I'm hoping that what this means is that I can pick something on here and be able to, it's already gone through the slicer, right? So for example, I saw above there was a piece of wood that would hold all of the tools. Let's go back. Oh yeah, I watched the live stream that showed how to, or a video and showed how to do this type of thing from a photo. It's pretty straightforward. The parts that I don't understand are the parts in CAM, obviously. Where is it? Career tool accessory, that's cool. This. Like this, to me, would be much better off 3D printed. Like, much better off. But this might be a great way to learn how to use this thing, and maybe that's the whole point, right? So this has an NC, and this is for the Carvera. And it's using wood, 300 by 150 stock. So if you have all of this stuff, it should be able to just work. Also, Makera Studio, right here, let's see. Makera Studio is currently in beta test. Oh, you have to like sign up for it. All right, well, that's a little bit of a bummer, but... Career firmware, major cam, career controller, updates. January 16th is the latest. Yeah, this thing talks about the driver as well. Here's Mac OS. Okay, now I still experience crash. No, we did this correctly. That's not a problem. All right, guys, it is what it is. I gotta do my homework. Okay, so you have a machine with no software to run it. Cool. No, that's not true. I have everything I need. I have I have the Carvera controller, which will help me connect to the machine via the Wi-Fi, which works. I just can't do it on this machine to show you because I'll lose my Wi-Fi and I'll lose the stream. So this is how we'll be able to send files to the machine. We'll be able to level it, set it all up, and do it through here. To get the file itself programmed correctly, we have this. It just opens on my other monitor. We have this Makera cam. So you pick your stock, you pick your file, and then you do all the file paths. And they have a video on this because I watched the guy do it. So then this is going to make you, basically this is your slicer. This will make you the file that you need to put into here to send it to the machine. They should be integrated. Maybe that's what the studio is, and that would make sense that word studio is how it works, but that's apparently in beta. I'll fill out that form, see if I can join the beta test. I do, Nico. And they have right here, what's this? Right here. They have Fusion 360 profiles for these machines. So it looks like if you really wanted to, you can just use Fusion instead. Yeah, actually, it definitely is, but I don't know. I've met a few folks that can't grasp 3D printing. Not so much on the software side, but really the machine side. Like, it feels so alien to them. This thing doesn't feel alien to me at all. Like, this is exactly the same. It's just not melting plastic from here. This part doesn't seem alien. There's a huge disconnect with these companies and the software. That's really clear. But maybe this one will be better. Yeah, like here's this looks like it's a PCB, but yeah, like this is a good screenshot. You pick your material, you go through here and you set up your cut. And this part is definitely the hardest part to wrap your mind around. So I need to find a file that I have for spindle-wise and material-wise that I would be able to physically cut, and then throw it in there and figure it out. And that's what I'll be evaluating. Cool. You got to think of holding and avoiding toolpath. Right. That's true. All right, let's go ahead and pick the winner here. Let's see how many people entered. 50 people. Nice even number. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. I'm going to go on this monitor. We're going to head over to... Hold on one sec. Gleam.io. Let's go to winners. All right, we're going to go to draw winner. We're going to draw. All right, and we picked one. And let's go ahead and announce winners widget. What did you write for the question? You wrote, I would love to get at the CNC. Cool. Well, this won't help you with CNC. But you did win some filament. Chris M. Chris M, are you in the chat? And like I always do these guys, I'm going to give maybe 3-4 minutes for the stream to catch up, you guys for Chris to hear and see this message. And if Chris is not present, because it's part of the rules, you have to be present. If Chris is not present, we'll pick somebody else. Hey, there he is. And Chris, I know that's you because I can see your email matches your name. So thank you for making that easier. Chris, here's what you need to do. One, you need to be a subscriber on YouTube. That's number one. Even if you're on a different platform, YouTube is where you need to be subscribed. The second thing is you need to email me at fedor@3dprintsos.com. So Fedor is spelled F-E-D-O-R. All right? So F-E-D-O-R at 3dprintsos.com. Go ahead and shoot me an email with today's date on it and tell me that you won the giveaway. And what I'll do is either tomorrow or the day after, I'll reply to that email with a code and a link to Polymaker's forum. You'll open the form, put in some of your basic information, put that code in there, and it will apply it to your account that you can use on their website. And it'll let you add more, split that cost, whatever you want to do with it. It's yours. Sometimes they have a sale, and you might even be able to catch more than one spool for that amount. All right, so let me know if you got what you need to do in the chat over here. Get a Zeus book for your drill and tapping size as a metric and your American measurements. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do mostly everything in metric. Thank you. Definitely subscribe. All right, great. All right, so you'd recommend a way to make cam files. Cam files is when you move up to bigger machines, you learn the right way to do it. If you use their slicer, you get stuck in it. It's an easier path. That's true. You're right there. .5, 4.2 millimeter for 5 thread. Cool. Well, congrats, Chris. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining. And thank you to Polymaker for giving away these filament spools. We've given away so many. This is giveaway number 125. So in the earlier ones especially, and during giveaways, we've used the form to give away many. So we've given away hundreds and hundreds of spools of filament, which is really cool. Guys, this is a really exciting thing. There's a lot to learn, a lot to do, but it's just exciting. Here, let's put this thing on here, just so we make it look the part, right? Let's take this. Let's move it a little bit closer. And it says definitely gorgeous machine. Like, it just looks fantastic. Let's see. Let's use our super cool screwdriver. Because I've ordered any cubic case pro for my U. Hey, nice. That's great. No, I need the larger one. The larger one is this one? No, even larger. The screwdriver is really nice. And by screwdriver, I mean, I guess it's still a screwdriver. It's a little cumbersome, but I'll get used to it. I wonder if we can improve this thing. All right, let's see. I'm guessing I need these larger ones, or maybe not. Nope, I do. Yeah, we need the larger ones, okay? All right. So it's held by 3, interestingly enough. Looks like there's no perfect way to center this, which is kind of weird. Like, you would think they'll be cone shaped or something so that it's always straight. So that will help with the stock, right? And then there's a shorter one in case. There's this one, much smaller, which we could always use. We have a ton of these clamps. We have this kind, straight kind. Of course, this wild one. Which has some options, looks like. Let's see how this works. So you'd put this in. This is adjustable in this direction. Let's say this goes here. Then this. This, you would either use this to push, right? Should slide a little bit. Yeah. Right, so the idea is when this clamps down, this pushes forward on it. Right. So if the stock was like this, and you were to push this, by me tightening this, it's pushing down forward onto my finger. So it looks like there's a short one, and by flipping this way, we have a thicker one. Yeah, so these just push it into this. Yeah, so like, it's a good example. Good example would be this. First, loosen, push this right here. This thing clamps down, and now you take this and you push down on it, and bam, that's in there. And then you would undo, remove, but that main one is still in. Yeah, I mean, this is a far superior clamp. Cool. And technically, in some situations, you could use 2 of these. Maybe not. I don't know. Neato. Alright, so this is something I'll have to learn as well. Actually, you know what? I'll just leave it right here. There's no reason to remove that right now. Alright, I have some homework to do. I gotta figure out how to use this thing. I emailed you? Okay, cool. Like I said, if I don't get to it tomorrow, it'll be the day after. I usually do it at work, and sometimes I'm just a little too busy to reply. But I'll get to it as soon as I can, and I'll make sure you get your filament. Cool, guys. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with all this stuff. There's so much. This is a very large amount of things, even though the machine itself is pretty small. I'm really excited to learn. If you guys have anything useful, or maybe some resource that you saw online that seems useful or cool for this, definitely shoot me a message on Discord. I would love to get into this. And I have all sorts of little projects coming up that could use, you know, some small piece that's rendered in metal, right? So, all right, everybody. I think I'm gonna call it here. As per usual. Here, let me stop my music. If you guys are on Twitch, let's go ahead and do a raid. Looks like Zombies on, so that's an easy one. Yep. There's plenty of people in there. If you guys want to stick around, yeah, let's raid Zombie. Thanks, Tulsa. Raid Zombie Hedgehog. All right, guys. When this goes through, I'll go ahead and jump off. But definitely have a great night, everybody. I appreciate y'all. And like I said, if you guys are part of Discord, let's talk about it. I'll probably have to make a new channel, a little CNC channel, and maybe I'll bother you guys in there if you guys, or if you guys have anything useful, some resource, send it in there. I'd appreciate it. All right, everybody, let's read. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys. Thank you. Later.